and we do have somebody that listens to our show, and we are making a difference, so to speak.
Yeah.
I mean,
and now when you can find us all over the net, there ain't no stopping us.
And now that we're opening the show up to you listeners to go ahead and voice your opinion on that show, that very same person can listen to you too. All you have to do is subscribe and tell us what you want to talk about and make your point. And if we think that you belong in the finals, hey, we'll let you know how to contact us.
Yeah, man. We got to give a shout out to our new subscribers, man.
We do. All of
you
you
a lot more, man. We're jumping up there, man. We really do appreciate it.
Next match, speaking about Hornswoggle, this is Mark Henry and Hornswoggle versus the Legacy. Well, it's supposed to be Chavo Guerrero for like the 7th week in a row. But Chavo comes out and says that he's going to go ahead and have Legacy come out instead. And so, to sum up that match, Henry shrugs off a dropkick from Ted DiBiase and then hits the world's strongest slam and tags in Hornswoggle to go for the tadpole splash. DiBiase moves and Cody drop kicks Henry off the apron. That leaves Hornswoggle and Ted DiBiase alone in the ring, which DiBiase went ahead and got the Dream Streak on Hornswoggle. And that whole match was 2 minutes and 41 seconds. Now DiBiase, to even make it a little bit more funny, I was kind of laughing. Not only did he hit the Dream Streak, which I really don't like the name of that move, but DiBiase went to hook Hornswoggle's leg up in the air. it looked like a rolled up towel, like up in the air.
Jacked up.
So anyway, your winner is Legacy with the Dream Streak on Hornswoggle. So I really hope that Hornswoggle thing is done. I know it's not. It's going to be around for a very long time. God.
And, let me tell you something right now. As much as I hate it, and this is what I'm worrying about a lot, seeing him doing his thing, I guarantee you he's going to be a big part, or in some storylines, of DX coming soon.
Josh Matthews is joined with Chris Jericho and talking about his match tonight with John Cena. And what happened was the Big Show interrupts and they start talking and they think that the camera is off, and Jericho started talking about Canada, started talking about some places, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, it just, Josh Matthews come back and tells Jericho that, hey, look, we're still on the air. So everything that they said was heard. No big deal. I mean, it really doesn't matter. I mean, there was a couple of boos after that for Jericho, but it was nothing but big pops for him.
Right.
So after that, they went ahead and they announced that next host was Freddie Prinze Jr. Then they went ahead and they did the rundown for the Summerfest card, which is now DX with Legacy, is now official. So the main event, John Cena versus Chris Jericho. And this match went back and forth. It was all right. I kind of fast forward through the whole thing.
It was pretty decent.
Let's see. I'm reading my notes here because I really did fast forward through this, and now I'm just reading about it now. Let's see.
Yeah, it was a pretty good match.
Cena turns around to a code breaker from Jericho. Jericho goes to attack on Orton, and Orton kicks Jericho out. Oh yeah, I did see that part. I did see Orton throwing out Chris Jericho. And then Orton turns around, and there's a Big Show, and he gets the choke slam. And that's when Slaughter comes out and says, and he makes a match. And this is the only time he's, the acting GM for Raw that night. He actually made one thing, which was a match for next week. The team of the Big Show and Chris Jericho versus Randy Orton and John Cena. Now, let me tell you this. I have TiVo, and I think it's the greatest gift God could ever give us. And everybody, okay, look it, face it. Everybody's getting ADD because of DVRs or TiVo.
Right.
Even if people that watch Raw or wrestling or anything that they want to watch on YouTube, they could really pretty much fast forward to what they want to see.
Right.
WWE needs to know that people's attention spans are now wearing thin. And if there's not a non-stop action-packed show, people are going to fast forward to the good parts.
Yep.
nothing's going to really, nothing's really going to be really shown. Like the setups here, like I fast forward most of the DX segment.
Oh, I go to sleep.
I fast forward through the Hornswoggle thing.
Oh,
you know, I'm just saying, you lose a lot of patience, you lose a lot of fans, and you lose a lot of people's hopes for the WWE to turn around and, you know, need to be put on back on track of this is the best show ever.
The problem is with that, it's all to do with their PG and Hollywood theme.
But do you really think that they need to? I mean, they're suffering because of the PG.
I do. I really do.
I mean, are we that?
Because you got so many characters out there today that could possibly do some edgy things, like, you know, Goldust, or, you know, like The Miz or John Cena can come back rapping. You don't know. You know, there's a lot of the things out there that could possibly be done. But because of their PG theme, they have to keep everybody the same, basically. And it's getting kind of lame.
But are we that spoiled that we need to see that stuff? I mean, do we really? Do we need to? I mean, when was the last time they had a First Blood match?
A while. But you know what? Stuff like that I really don't care about. I mean, I like to just see the characters break out. I don't really care about the extreme stuff, because a lot of the extreme stuff to me killed wrestling. Like all these little promotions coming out and just doing some wild extreme stuff, and to me it killed wrestling. All these little kids doing backyard stuff and jacking stuff up. But to me, I think the PG thing should be within the matches and the moves. You know what I mean? But when it comes to the characters, I don't think it should be a PG thing. But I see your point when you're talking about how WWE needs to have an action-packed show and need to keep people's attention.
Yeah, because look,
like stuff like that they do. Like, I mean, it's got to cost them money to do. Like, well, don't they do those? Well, no, they do them online now. But those voting contest things that they have online and stuff like that.
I really wish we could have a poll like that on.
You know what I mean? But I think it's just the fact that WWE has to keep like their stuff like action-packed, like you said. But then when they have these little polls, you know what I mean? There's just a lot of things that they can possibly do that they're not doing. It's just pissing me off. And it's just, they're wasting their time on this. I can't say it enough, but this Hollywood thing is just waste. When I get to the Hollywood parts, I fast forward. I can care less when his movie's coming out. You know why? Because I'm going to see it 40 times a night on the commercial.
Yeah,
I don't need to see it for another 2 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? I don't need to see it again. I'm going to watch that commercial all month long until it finally comes out. Him being on my program is not going to help me. It's going to make it worse for me. Because if he comes out and ruins the show for me, you better damn well be sure I'm not going to go see that movie.
So what my point was is that the WWE has competition. And I'm not talking about TNA.
Why not?
And I'm not talking about Ring of Honor. I'm talking about WWE's biggest competition, which is DVR or TiVo.
Yeah.
Because people could fast forward to the good parts, what they want to see.
Right.
And a lot of storylines get missed. A lot of things get not looked at. You know, and sometimes, you know, even during wrestling matches, you know, if something's going too slow, something too long, or we're just tired of seeing the same people wrestle for 7 weeks in a row, that's why your ratings are down.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm going to rate this Monday Night Raw out of 5. I'm going to rate it a 2.
Out of a 5 or 2, I'm going to have to disagree.
What are you going to rate it as?
Going at a 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5? You're putting that much over?
I'm going to put it that much over. I seen feuds. I seen a better Divas match. I seen a classic superstar that we've been bugging about. I've seen a question that they had of the night, which was, you know, remember they had that, who did Sergeant Slaughter defeat to win the championship match? Remember that question?
You know what? Yeah.
Stuff like that, it was good because it brought back old fans who knew that and new fans who didn't. They learned something. They kind of, you know, they mixed there together for a minute. And even the fans didn't even know that.